Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me, let's walk the talk.
The issue is to do with struggling with identity when the father figure is not there. But all in all, we don't lose hope because we have a trainer with us here and a father who is still insisting on there must be a father figure, be it biological or be it a friend or a relative. Pastor,
yes, ma'am.
We are back. The issue to do with struggling with identity,
Yes.
and we are to that level of single motherhood, and I just mentioned the culture I belong, where they believe that when my father is not there, we can as well take my mother's name.
Yes. And it's not the fault of the woman in some cases. Maybe the man died. What shall we can't judge her. Or maybe the man disappeared, don't want to live with them, you can't force them. Or maybe the man is abusive, maybe the man is in prison. There are many scenarios. And culture comes in strongly, as we were discussing during the break, that you see, if the man is not there, the community comes in.
Sure.
And without throwing stones to any community, but there are some communities say mtoto ni wetu. Okay, some communities they say mzee akienda we mama jipange na watoto wako.
Exactly.
So it depends also. As an African society, we tend to rally around a mother who has no children. We're supposed to give her support, and that's where it comes in strongly. Unfortunately, some cultures, they inherit the children and the wife. Okay?
Yes.
So the children are supposed to be protected by this father figure. Of course, the culture was not right, but in the Jewish culture, the same thing applied. Okay? That you can take children of your brother or of your late brother's wife and children and bring them as your own and raise them as your own.
That's true.
Yes.
And therefore, how can we reverse these effects now?
Let me say this. Fatherlessness, it was not God's initial idea. That's what he said in the book of Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 and 6. He said that before that great and serious day comes, says, this, I will release the spirit of Elijah. And he says, I will restore the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the father. So God was saying, if this thing is put together as I intended before, the Bible says, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. So when you have issue of fathers, it was not God's original plan. And I don't think it's very few who find that children don't have a father and they are happy. They are happy in the sense that they like to have somebody they can call daddy. But I'm also want to appreciate the mothers who have done a good job. I mean, I have friends.
Congratulations.
I have, for example, my wife also. My father was not there. Okay? And so when I married her, I knew her father was not there. Okay? When my wife met me, my mother was not there. My father was, let me say, I was motherless. my mother died when I was very young. So you see, there is that issue. I can't blame my dad.
She doesn't have the father. Yes. Your mother has already died.
Yes. So I was strong on the mother, wanting a mother because I never had a mother's love. She was strong on wanting a father because she never had a father's love. So you understand. So allow me to say, tuliingia katika ndoa kila mtu akiwa na kilema. So in that arrangement, we became a father to each other, a mother to each other. And through that, by the grace of God, learning and also being educated, we came to know more about this thing. So it's God's plan, first of all, we run to God. And then number two, look around. We can't stop the issue of fatherlessness overnight, but it's God's plan. As a man and a woman, when you're coming together, hapana anza urafiki, and then you follow the ways of this world, and before you know it, this girl is pregnant, you disappear as a man. That is irresponsible. It should not be so.
Take a case of the current situation, especially when you go to the street of Nairobi. There are so many street families, and you'll find it is a mother and children, whereby these babies were fathered by someone who is alive, maybe somewhere.
And he took off.
In this case, we have so many fathers, but they are not responsible. The responsibility only will come when this child will be maybe graduating or getting married. They will reappear. What about this now scenario?
That is a deformity on the side of a man. There is a deformity on the side of a man. Men have been deformed by information. Men have been deformed by what they have been eating. I'm talking about consume in terms of how they think. Okay? There's a lot of immorality.
Yeah.
Okay? On media. Men consume that. And they think I can sleep with this girl, sleep with this girl, sleep with this girl with no responsibility at all. You understand? And so when you sleep around, what is the end result? Children come.
Definitely.
Okay? And so we must start also talking to men. That's why men, we must realize as men, we must wake up as men and choose to speak to ourselves as men. That look, men, we are failing. Okay? Because even for that lady, for her to have a child with a man,
Yeah.
okay? She didn't have a child by her own. There's no holy virgin conception.
Yeah.
A man somewhere
Definitely.
was responsible. And because a man somewhere is responsible, if we can also help the men, and that's why, in a way, I'm also feeling disadvantaged in this position, because when I talk to men and the society, you find a lot of energy, resources, and campaign is to the girl child. So we'll still continue having this men problem who are deformed.
There's a lot of empowering girl child.
And the boy child is left alone. So what do you expect of this boy child? He's not being taught how to handle a girl, how not to impregnate and abandon a lady, because he just told kupitia pitia juju.
Don't you think men nowadays are too lazy to do their duties?
No, I cannot say men are lazy. Men are not lazy.
Yeah.
I believe we have been, or men, when I speak of we, I speak of all the men.
Definitely.
I feel we have been left to our own devices. Mentoring, fathering, somebody to speak order has not been there. And when there's no order, I'm telling you, when the father is missing, and I'm talking about not biological. Please remember, a father is not only a biological person.
Sure.
Somebody who stands with authority and tells you, no, stop that. Okay? This is the way to go. Trust me, men will align. But men have lost direction. You understand?
Yes. Biblically, I understand the reason why man was created. It was not only to father and to multiply, as many love to say, that I was created, to just multiply.
Yes.
But according to Genesis, the basic thing that God created man for was for manage. Because you remember, even alikuwa, there was that situation that he could not bring rain before he place a man in the garden.
Yes.
So in other words, are the nowadays, or rather the digital men that you're having, because the issue here is something to do with, I don't know whether it is technology or what is happening. Men, it's like men are not aware their original purpose was to manage. You find men are being managed by sugar mommy. Sorry to say this, but it is true. Where are the men as per now, Pastor?
First of all, let me also say this from a biblical point of view, and that's the truth. Man is under attack. As a strategy of the enemy eternally to deal with man. If he can deal with man, he has dealt with the family. That's why you say in the book of when Moses was born in Genesis, Pharaoh said, kill the male child. Now Najuliza, why didn't he say kill also the girls? Because the man cannot be pregnant. He cannot make nobody pregnant.
So man is under siege.
So man is under siege. When Jesus was born, also man is under attack. And I'm not against United Nations. But the campaign has been that look, woman is down. Woman has never been down. Woman has always been up. But now we are told that man is too strong. Man, when you talk of masculinity, is like he's toxic. So even men at times, when we talk in men's fellowship, men are afraid of opening up because, you are going to, you are everywhere. But you forget that he is the head.
And men should not cry. There
He's
is that
the lead.
point.
Yes. So you find we are being, our roles are being redefined for us. So the end result is that man is watered down. Man is not being strong. Not of their own doing. We have allowed an encroachment into even definition of what a man is. So before you know it, we now find mine is weak, and he's now saying, Kama, you are taking over the driver's seat. Let me chill. And that's how men are wired. When you take over everything, even in a house as a woman, you find the man anakunja mikono. I say, okay, you do it. Unfortunately, that's how men are wired. Okay? But when a man is given his reign and encouraged to do his job, trust me, he will do wonders. And men have been doing wonders.
Really?
And will still do wonders. Please, allow me to say this. Men just need to be spoken. And let me also point out before we go to the next point. This thing for me, it is not just because I'm a pastor. It's an assignment because I realized when I was going to couples meetings, mwanaume anatuangwa tu. Makosa ni mwanaume. Kila kitu ni mwanaume. The whole sermon will be about what the man is doing wrong.
The wrong things about this man. The negative side of manhood. Yeah.
Go to any platform. When women are gathering to talk, ni mwanaume anapigwa kiboko. Before you know it, man has nowhere to run to. When you call for marriage seminars, you don't see guys coming. Women will be more.
Not only even in the seminars.
Yes.
Take a case of parent meetings.
Yes. Even schools.
Men are not even appearing.
Because you find, now because you are umewachapa kwa muda mrefu, now you expect them to surface. Because anywhere they bring their head in a gongo. So they have been retreating. And it's not right. Man should always be out there. But when he's out there, he's being shown that you are not doing it right. You are not making it right. You are not achieving anything. So before you know it, okay, you are Kenyan.
Yes.
Last year, Mother's Sunday and Father's Sunday, which one was more powerful?
Obvious, Mother's. The environment was full of red roses.
You see, man hata tulisauliwa, hata kuna SMS. You understand? No M-Pesa coming. So my point, I'm not complaining.
Funny enough, even in the houses, mostly birthdays of men are not recognized.
Do you even know you are? My point here is that I'm not complaining. The point here is this. We have a problem. And I'm not saying I have all the answers. There are many men outside there who need to be helped. The problem is this. No one as men is confident to come out and say, I'm struggling with this. Okay? I'm having this issue. Okay? We have issues, yes. And we have a lot of issues.
Pastor, let me interrupt a bit. I grew up in a setup whereby my great-grandparents were the one who are, we call them the gukas, were the one who are doing everything for the family. Talk of giving food, clothes, shelter, everything was for a man.
Yes.
The issue to do with grandmother was just to be at home and cooking.
Correct.
Come to the now generation we are in. Right now, the woman can wake up in the morning, go to work. The man is still asleep.
Man, husband.
Come.
Husband, wife.
Come in the evening. I'm supposed to now go and do the domestic chores. He's still watching and controlling remote. He's all over, in the media. What exactly is missing in the manhood? Unlike what was happening to the generation that was there?
First of all, in that scenario, that is out of order. It is wrong. There's no negotiation about it. My wife cannot be working alafu naka kwa nyumba unangoja uletewe. It is evil. It is out of order. And if there's a man doing it na unanisikia, please arise tomorrow.
And go to Kibarua.
Hata kama kuna Kibarua zunguka. Zunguka. I was talking to some men yesterday. I talk to men every day. I was with this gentleman yesterday, and they told me somebody in Rkei, in Kitengela, started a business with 2 fish, samaki wawili. Now he didn't buy them. Alienda kwa mtu akona samaki, akaomba wawili, nipe nikauze. And he went and put them by the roadside. Right now, that gentleman has a big hotel in Upper Hill, okay?
Yeah.
And he's still dealing with fish. Hakuacha zile samaki. Alianza na 2, akauza, akapelekea yule mwenye mama samaki, kesho akaongeza zingine. Now this is what I want you to know. You can start from somewhere.
Good.
You understand? So as men, we should not look for that fancy job. Okay, let me talk about myself briefly. I'm a pastor. I have a church,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
My wife is a counselor, and also we have children. Now, apart from that, I have other businesses I'm doing.
That's true.
For example, mimi nafuga kuku. Nafuga mbwa. So when my dogs were at their prime, they were giving birth, nilikuwa nauza wale mbwa. And I'm getting money. Nafuga kuku wa kienyeji, this kienyeji, what do you call
broilers.
it? Free range, no, free range.
Oh, the free range,
Kuku wa kienyeji. And I sell, I get money out of it. Is that not an income generating? Now, if I want my wife to make everything, I'll be failing as a man.
True.
So we can do something. Man should arise. That's the idea.
The issue here is that man should arise. Don't wait to be spoon-fed by the
Enough of
lady.
excuses. Tumechoka.
And no wonder they say that nilikaliwa.
Because the problem is this. Nature abhors vacuum.
Wow.
If the man does not occupy a space, the wife will take over. And God will bless the wife.
And when the wife takes over, the kids will definitely obey the mother.
Sasa. My children, their school parents meeting, I've been going more than my wife. She's here, she can testify to you. She's your friend. I go for all my children's meeting more than my wife. You understand? Because this thing is about leadership.
Okay.
You must lead by example.
That's true.
You must be there. I have a busy schedule. I should still excuse myself and not be afraid to tell my friends, I'm going to my daughter's school. I'm going to my son's school. I'm going, even the small one, when she's doing her plays in school, I'm holding my camera shooting. And she knows that the father will come. Please understand, this is not a matter of being a big man. It's a matter of just being effective in what you're doing.
My father will be coming.
Leadership by example.
Pastor Dominic,
yes.
What is your parting shot?
My parting shot is to my brothers, my fellow men. I want to tell you, brothers and men, is that stop giving excuses. The Bible says, oh man, you are inexcusable. There is no more time for excuses. As men, we should stand up. Challenges will be there. They will not stop. But one day, you will break through.
Definitely.
Yes.
Where can they get you if they need your advice? Because I believe most of our viewers will just call. They will just ask the questions about where is that, where can I get Pastor Lukundo?
Yes.
Where can they get you?
Our church is at, now churches are, the church building.
Yes.
The church building is closed, but the church is operational.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. The church building is located at before Lenana High School, off Ngong Road. But we are available on the social media. Okay? We have a Facebook page. That is S for strong, C for city, because the church is Strong City Family Church. So SCFCKE. Okay? That is our Facebook page. And also we have a YouTube page, Strong City Family Church. And then we have our Instagram handle is Strong City KE. Yes.
And your contact?
My telephone number 0722 498969.
There is no excuse when it comes to manhood. Man, arise and be responsible. That kid needs you. That beautiful girl needs you. Until next time, I remain your host, Rkei Favoured. Keep it. Walk with me. Only on Look Up TV. Hope to the world.
Walk with